Hi everybody, it's 6 o'clock Saturday. My show is back again and I have two very special guests with me. But you know something, before I say anything or introduce them, this is Domestic Violence Month, and I just want to put a word out to the women who are caught up in that addiction of pain and abuse. It's never too late to get out. Find help. There's plenty of help out here. Go to agencies. Put the necessary items away that you know you're going to need for your children. Please, please don't stay in it. Never look back. Just get out of it. So with that said, now we're going to talk to our guests because we're on a roll today. I've been having so much fun with them because they're like a surprise guest, and I wanted to find out what they like to do, you know, get a feel of my audience. But they're into the dance field, which is something everybody is in. And there's one way or another you can dance. I mean, if you just shake your leg, and I remember my grandmother, she thought she was all in. I mean, you know, she would do this, and next thing you know, it's a dance step out of it. But I have Jada and Sharday.
Hello.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. So who wants to go first? Tell me about it. I know you're the big holdup of In Motion. I know you guys are the dancers. You are the instructors. Tell me, where do you go from there? How did you get into it?
Well, I started out dancing when I was about 6 or 7 years old. And started when I was about 6 or 7. Shiree, the owner of In Motion, and Sharday's mother is actually my cousin as well.
Oh, so it's a family thing.
Yeah, it's a family thing.
Okay.
And it took me a little bit, but I came over maybe early 2000.
You just blossomed from there.
From there, yeah.
I guess so. You were born in Springfield?
Yes.
I take it. Okay. What school did you go to?
I graduated high school of commerce in 2004.
Oh, okay. Time goes by quickly.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does. So tell me about you, Sharday.
So my parents, Shiree and Eric Brown, are the studio owners of In Motion Dance Theater. We're actually going into our 26th year.
How many?
22 years. 22 years. 22 years.
What's going on that long?
It flies by, yes. We just had our 20th.
Where were you before you were up to the end?
So we actually started at the South in the
Community Center?
Yes, the original one, the old castle.
No, sir.
We started there. That was the first studio location, and then we went to early childhood location where their studio was at. Then our third location was out in Indian Orchard. We was there for about 7 years. And then we're currently at 531 Belmont Ave at the X in Forest Park. And we are going on to our 5th year at this location.
That's wonderful. So you're constantly enrolling children, am I right? Is there a deadline, not a deadline or anything?
No, for the most part, we're enrolling students all year. We do have our annual recital, usually in July, but this year we're moving it up to June.
Oh, okay.
So if there are any students that would like to enroll, like prior to our recital, like right before, you know, my parents are welcome to allow them to dance. But in terms of like costumes and everything, it's kind of hard to get it.
It takes a lot to put on a recital.
Yeah.
Right,
so it's kind of hard to let them, you know, do the show that so soon, but they're definitely able to come in and dance and then start fresh
and observe,
in the following year.
So your season starts from September to June?
Yes.
As a whole? And then do you offer the summer camp during the summer camp program?
We do one, sometimes two, it really depends. We also have the after school program. So that runs all summer long from 8 to 5.
Your parents are busy.
They are.
I tell you, they are busy, right, Jada?
They are.
So we have a lot of dance programs for the students that are enrolled in the summer.
Okay.
But the students who are just enrolled in the dance school will offer summer programs every now and then.
Oh, okay. Now, I guess everyone asked you about this. Where does In Motion come from? It's not the normal I, it's In.
Yes.
Tell me how that name came about.
So my mother named In Motion because when she was choreographing and thinking of a name for her studio, you know, she was one of those that her dances and dancers were very energetic, constantly moving. And I guess she decided to use an E to be different.
Well, it's different. I mean, it calls for a second look. You know, you look at it, you say In Motion.
Yes.
Jada, so tell me, you're one of the, is it senior instructors, or how do you, what's your title?
I just refer to myself as an instructor.
Instructor.
Teacher, yes.
Okay, now what do you teach?
I teach everything: ballet, tap, jazz, and I just recently started dabbling in African dance as well too.
Really?
Yes.
And I understand you have close to 100 students?
Yes, probably,
That's
maybe
a
over
lot.
now.
Maybe
Yeah,
over?
Maybe.
So now how many instructors do you have?
I want to say there's 7 of us, which is nice. We all get a break because the studio is open 5 days a week. So we all get at least that one day that we don't have
Well, you
to
do
teach.
need time for yourself.
We
You
do.
Yeah.
Even though we're there still
Yeah.
every day.
I hear you. Now, Jada, you were a part of Kim's dance studio.
Yes.
That's where you basically learned. And Kim was a part of Frankie Hatchet.
Yes.
Frankie Hatchet was the man.
Yes, he
You
was.
know, my kids went there, and along with Kim, they all grew up together. And I know there was a program in honoring Frankie Hatchet sometime last year. It was really nice. Mamie Duncan came here. She put on this beautiful show. And I understand just from my producer just now, she's going to be coming to Springfield, and I'm going to have her here. So that might be nice to call you guys in.
Oh yeah.
You know, so she can talk to you. But when you're teaching a young child, and I think you said 2 is the youngest, right? How do you get them to start off? I mean, we have rhythm anyways, you know, and I was telling you earlier that I was looking at Facebook, and this little baby couldn't have been more than 3 years old. She was going to town, and her, you know, I mean, she was in her own little world, just doing her little shake, but she was keeping the beat. So when you have a little girl comes in, or a little boy comes in at 2 years, how do you start to train them?
Well, we just kind of start off by, you know, little things like clapping and, you know, little side steps, and, you know, the girls like their little hip shakes, and, you know, a lot of them watch TV, so they could do that anyway. But yeah, we start them off, and usually they start off a little shy, just a little bit, but they break out of it after a while.
They come out of it. I was going to ask you what happens to a child whose mother has to drag that child in, you know, like the first day of kindergarten, and, you know, you drag your kid in,
Right.
and the child says, I can't do it, I don't want to do it, and they sit in the corner, and the lip goes down to the floor. How do you work with a child like that?
We do have that a lot. Believe it
I
or not, we'll have at least one every year. Their mother's bringing them every week, and they're just crying.
Right.
But then once they get on that stage with their costume and their little makeup on, that's a whole other person.
They turn into
You
a
would have never known they were crying every week.
Domestic violence, also called intimate partner violence. Domestic abuse or relationship abuse is a pattern of behaviors used by one partner to maintain power and control over another partner in an intimate relationship.
And I know what it's like.
Anyone of any race, age, sexual orientation, religion, or gender can be a victim or perpetrator of domestic violence. It can happen to people who are married, living together, or who are dating. It affects people of all socioeconomic backgrounds and education levels.
How many times have you told me sorry? How many times have I let you back in? How many times have I heard your sad story with tears in your eyes? How many times?
You work hard, you play by the rules, but when you're in an accident, the insurance companies play by a different set of rules. You deserve justice. You deserve Chernick and Chernick Law. Michael Chernick is a dedicated personal injury lawyer who's been arguing jury cases for over 30 years. Make the insurance companies play by your rules. Chernick and Chernick Law. Advice you'll understand. Results you deserve.
Chernick and Chernick Law.
officers are the school where you perpetuate the school to prison pipeline, and I always like to focus on the fact that we need to increase our expectations of our young people.
Time to listen to all of what you have to say. I vote for you, and you can't give me the courtesy on a return. That separation, though, what is the separation from a parent and a child when they're going to, you know, to an agency or to a school or to dance school, and I would see the kids, they would be screaming. I mean, you know how they fall out on the floor, you know, and the mom's dragging them, so I think it would be difficult, but I guess you're right. I was looking at your video, the recital, and I was telling you that, I don't know who the instructor was, but she was there, and as every one of the kids would come in, they would do the same thing the instructor was doing. Well, there was this one little girl, she did her little dance, you know, threw her leg up, and then she walked halfway off the stage, and then she stood still for a moment, and then everyone started applauding, and she went back and did her little thing again. It's like you couldn't get her off the stage.
They
But
love
they're
the attention.
they're so priceless, I know. But it's hard work. It's hard work on all of you.
But we enjoy it.
I know. Well, it's a labor of love.
It is,
And
definitely.
you're teaching the children something, and it's discipline, you know. So there's an after-school program. Now, is the dancing also incorporated in the after-school program?
Yes,
It
we
is.
offer other activities as well. Like they'll have a soccer coach come in and do soccer during the fall, spring, and the summer. And we'll do dancing, but we'll incorporate other programs so that way the kids aren't dancing all the time.
Right,
And we
okay.
also have some students who are enrolled in the dance school as well as the after-school program.
My
So we want
goodness.
them to branch out and do other activities and not just get comfortable.
Right. So now, tell us again, where's the studio, and give us the name, give us the hours, and who do we contact for parents who are listening, and you know, you want to get one of your children involved in dancing, which is a wonderful creativity for a child. It's a learning experience, and it is a form of discipline and love. So where would they call, and give me the date and the hours, times.
Well, you can locate us at 531 Belmont Avenue, which is X at Springfield, Forest Park neighborhood. And if you call our business phone number at 413-364-8060, she will be able to give you information. Our after-school program typically runs from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock.
That's late, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I guess parents get out of work at 5, so.
And then we have the dance studio, which starts around 5:30 and then around till 8:30. So if you would like to contact us, the studio is open to stop by any of those times. We're there Monday through Friday for the after-school program, and we're also open on Saturday mornings for in terms of just dance.
Bump away my blues.
But so I think I've covered a lot in your studio. Also, I have to mention one thing else. Your dad has Sunday.
Yes.
Ministry, what's the program?
Ministry in Motion.
Ministry in Motion.
Ministry of Motion has been a place for me to change my life.
It's a very spiritual place where you get to express yourself.
And I'm here to support my cousin Eric, Pastor Brown.
To Ministry in Motions, because we found somewhere where we could be ourselves and accepted us for who we are. I feel good when I come here.
Ministry in Motion is, in terminology, is move. You know, stay active, keep moving in the way of the Lord. We're all family. They're helping the communities, and they have a dance school that they after school program, and they're trying to help our people the best way that they can.
You get to be who you want to be at Ministry in Motions without being judged by anybody. Hi, everybody. Ministry in Motion is certainly a ministry that is in motion. If you're looking for a church home, you're looking for a place where you can let loose and let God have his way, where the Holy Spirit moves every Sunday. Every time we gather, the word says that 2 or 3 are gathered in his midst, and for in his name, he's in the midst. And so he is certainly in the midst of Ministry in Motion. Proud to be a part of this ministry.
Father Eric Brown is Pastor Eric Brown.
Yes, Pastor.
And my mother, Sharday Brown, is First Lady
Yes,
Brown.
yes.
And their services are every Sunday starting at 10 a.m. And they also have Bible study on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m.
You know, it is truly a family organization, and it's really wonderful. I'm just so thrilled. There was something else I wanted to ask you. You mentioned you had been to the Apollo.
Yes.
Tell me about it. I mean, that's just, the legacy of the Apollo is just to know you're going there is enough to make you nervous as anything I would be. You know, hold me back. I'm so nervous. I can fan it. So tell me, how did you,
Wow.
I know, how did you get in there?
It was like maybe 10 years ago.
Oh, that's all right. It's brought you to where you are now.
Yeah, it
sure.
definitely did. We went to New York. It was cold. We waited out in line to audition just to even be a part of the amateur night. And I remember us going in. It was supposed to be 90 seconds, I remember?
Yeah, we had a 90-second time for audition.
Oh, okay.
And maybe 30 seconds in, they stopped our music.
What happened?
They wanted us.
Of course.
They wanted us. 30 seconds.
Oh,
Like,
my
we've seen enough, you
goodness.
guys. We want you back in a couple of weeks.
And so you went back in a couple of weeks,
We
and
did, and actually got on the big stage. Got to touch the tree. And
really? Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, but it is how they say it is. They will boo you.
They
and
will boo you.
They will cheer up for you.
Uh-huh.
You know, we had a lot of support there. We had busloads of family and friends from the city
That is so
to
great.
go down there. So, but we watched other people, and they're tough. They're a tough crowd.
Well, you know, I remember as a young mother, and you know, the Apollo was my thing too. You know, and I used to watch the auditions in the amateur show. And girl, you know, they threw everything but the kitchen sink at them. I would just been so humiliated. I would have just died. I just couldn't stand it. But so you enjoyed it though, huh?
we did.
Yes, we saw a lot of celebrities.
Yes, did you?
We met a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it was a good experience.
It
And
is.
I think that helped us as well in terms of our dancing career. Like to, you know, never take no for an answer and,
Right.
you know, just keep pushing.
And never say you can't do it.
You can't, yeah.
You know, I tell the kids all the time when I'm speaking to them, especially if I'm giving a workshop on bullying, you don't have to take it, and never say you can't do it. Because kids are so, they say, okay, I'm going to say do this and do, I can't do it. No, you can do it. And I think that would apply to you as far as your dancing and your different moves. And if you get a little girl who's maybe on the heavy side, you know, and she would say, I can't do it. So how do you address that with her?
I don't know that word in my class.
Yeah.
You don't
I know
accept
that
the word. I
don't-
hear that,
when I'm
girl.
teaching, I don't know.
That's
I
good.
can't.
Yeah.
And I tell them that. As though, I can't do, no, I don't know that word. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anything I missed, I'm going to tell you to give your name of the studio again and then go through the hours, because I want to be sure that's out there, because invariably someone's going to email me and say, what did that girl say? Where is that dance studio? And like I said, we will put it across the screen. But go ahead and tell me again, hon.
So the Studio in Motion Dance Theater, which is also our after school program and our Ministry in Motion, is
All in one.
located, I know, right? Located at 531 Belmont Avenue in Springfield, which is the X in Forest Park. You can contact us at 413-364-8060, and we are there typically from 3 to 8 o'clock, 8:30 at night, Monday through Thursday, until 5:30, 6 o'clock on Friday, and then you find us there on Saturday mornings until around 11 a.m.
So my question is, when do you find time for yourself?
This
is a hectic schedule.
Well, the funny thing is, when we're not at the studio, we're bored.
Oh, you're bored.
Yes.
Okay.
So days that we have off, like we're closed, for school vacations and everything, we will give the kids that break. So we'll take that break as well. And then after the second day, we're bored. We're we need something else to do.
Girl, I tell you. So listen, everyone, a half hour goes so fast. We try to get everything. I know they have to go, and I keep throwing questions at them. But remember, tune in 6 o'clock on Saturdays and see the Aleana Lasta Show, Power of Women. And again, remember, this is Domestic Violence Month. Please help those in need. And tell ladies, listen, don't take it. Walk away and never look back. The Aleana Lasta Show.
Ann Chernick is a dedicated estate planning attorney with a straightforward approach. She'll answer your questions and ease your concerns. Chernick and Chernick Law. Advice you'll understand. Results you deserve.
Chernick and Chernick Law.
Hey, word on the street, I'm a suspect. Hanging with the killers in the projects. Tato on the barrel, keep quiet. Catch it from behind. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. Hey, out like an outbreak. Wipe them out. Chopper start busting, make the house shake. It's sweeter than a pound cake. Your eyes on your chin, better watch what your mouth say. Watch it. Lean with the footballs, got a good tripping. Keep sipping. Dirty AK with the beam on it. Clip so long I can lean on it. Free my niggas like behind bar. Move 100 pounds for a lawyer, beat the charge. Beat it. Back, tech down, run it back like Marshall Falk. If a nigga try to rob, I can hit him with the hoe. Word on the street, I'm a suspect. Hanging with the killers in the projects. Tato on the barrel, keep quiet. Catch niggas slipping from behind. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. 100 bands on your head, get the job done. Throw it up, go where you from. Whole hood hot, cause your hitting licks. Ain't made a meal yet, but it's still rich. Stick 'em up, stick 'em up, stick 'em up. How you want it? Full of the semi, looking for the cash, searching for the bag. Young wild, throwing up flags. Cameras on the roof with a scope. Money, they gon' treat you like the Pope. Work the blocks like the Kimbe in the post. Hit it with the folk. Word on the street, I'm a suspect. Hanging with the killers in the projects. Tato on the barrel, keep quiet. Catch a nigga slipping from behind. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson. OG Bobby Johnson.